Hey guys, this is Tyzar211 here, and today I'm bringing you another episode of Blizzard Spotlight. Spotlight on Blizzard, whatever the hell I got it titled. But in this week's episode, we're going to be looking at Hearthstone again. And today I think I'm just going to be showing you guys um, a deck that I personally love, but I've never really found a build for it. It's just kind of something that I've put together myself, and man, in casual play, it's fun, it's versatile, and it's fucking amazing. Now, if you're looking for a priest deck, this is a good starter deck. I have souped it up with quite a few rares, but you can play it in a more basic style. Now we'll get right into it. We've got the Inner Fire, change the minion's attack to be equal to its health. Amazing! Especially with in conjunction with cards like Power Word Shield, which are a staple. It's basically a free card that only costs you one. Because you cast a son of a bitch, it gives one of your minions 2 health, and you draw a card. Well, that's a fucking no-brainer. Then you got the Light and the Rue. Now that's one of the rares I was talking about. Uh, it's worth it though. It's restore 3 health if target is still damaged. Summon a Light Warden, and in this deck, you do a lot of healing. Just lots of healing. Northshire Cleric, a staple, gotta have. Divine Spirit, double a minion's health. This card along with Inner Fire have won me many and many games. Uh, a lot of people just let your shit chill there, so you can go double double and uh, d- double double Inner Fire, and it takes 5 mana. And some of your creatures, I've had a guy up to 48 before, and they had nothing to block it, so they just died. Northshire Cleric, obviously, again, like I said, that's a no-brainer. Resurrect, another rare that I've got in there. It's not necessary, however, it's fucking great. This, if you can't tell, this is just a simple buff deck. It works out pretty well though. Then we got Shadow Word Pains for getting rid of those pesky little bitches that nobody wants to deal with. Another couple rares. The Lightwell. Generally, people leave these alone, which I don't really understand because they're healing you constantly. I've had people attack, like literally just attack me for 3 damage, and then the light well just heals me, and they just ignore the fucking light well, and it just doesn't make sense to me. But whatever, no skin off my ass. For a while, I did have the Shadow Boxer in there, but it just doesn't seem to be worthwhile. Um, you've got to do a lot more healing than this deck does in order for that to be a viable card. Shadow Word Death, again, that's a no-brainer. These 2 cards have saved my ass more than I could possibly tell you. Uh, oh, that's the other thing I was going to point out. If you're playing against a priest, there's a sweet spot. Destroy a minion with 3 or less attack, and destroy a minion with 5 or more attack. If you have a 4 attack minion, they can't use either one of those cards on you. So there is a sweet spot. And the reason I bring that up is because if you have a 2 attack minion that you really don't want to die, and I've got a couple of those in my deck, you pop a Valen's Choice on them, and they become a 4 attack minion who just sit there, and the enemy cannot do anything about it whatsoever. This card's fucking amazing. That +1 spell damage might not seem like a lot, but when you pop a Holy Nova out there, it changes it from 2 to 3, and that's kind of a big deal. The Holy Novas are just for a board clear and a heal, because it restores 2 health to all friendly minions also, which along with the Light Warden can actually pump that guy really, really fast if you've got a pretty full board. Now, I understand that this deck is really rare heavy, so if you'd like to pop in the Light Spawn, that's perfectly acceptable. That's a very, very good card, and if you double its health and double it again, or just even throw the Power Word Shield on it and give it +2, it becomes a 7/7. That's fucking great. Um, that card's really good. I had it in this deck for a while until I got upgrades. Mind Control sucks. That fucking card's worthless. Okay, cruising along. I know I've got the Acolyte of Pain in here, but that's it for priest only cards. The Acolyte of Pain. Everybody knows that card. I like putting a Valence choice on him so he becomes a 3/7, and you can just keep hitting reasonably strong stuff and just heal him up, especially if you have a Lightwell out there. And if you have a Northshire Cleric, you're constantly drawing cards. As you can see, there's very little stuff in the deck that's higher than a 3 drop. I mean, there's only 4 cards, so you can go through cards really fast. It's great, so you need a lot of draw. Death Lord. This is the card that you want to do whatever you can to keep the son of a bitch on the board. Generally, what it brings out, you can take care of right away with either your Shadow Word Death or your Shadow Word Pain. You can generally take care of it right away. Usually it's not that big of a deal, but I have had legendaries drop because of this card, and it's not always a game changer. As long as you're holding to something to get rid of it, then you're good to go. And the resurrects are great for these guys too. I'm telling you that it's because they're a 2/8 with taunt. That's the reason you want them out there. Because you can heal them, you can keep them on the board. Basically, you're trying to stall out until you can fucking thwack the shit out of your enemy with really big hits. Oh. This card's great too. The Injured Blade Master also is a rare. This is the card. Uh, I'll tell you what other card I had subbed in for him for a while that's just a common. But this guy is a 4/7. Let's see if I can get if it shows better where you at. Yeah, it's a 4/7 that deals 4 damage to himself when you play him, which is fine. So generally, what I do is I'll plop him out, then I'll hit him with a light and a rue to get the to light warden on the table. So he's a 4/6. When you drop him, I usually wait until turn 4. Um, so I drop him out, throw the light and a rue on him. The next turn, I heal him the last damage, and generally kill something first if you can, and then heal him. And then if you got a light well out, I mean, there's all kinds of synergy going on here. Um, that guy's just really good, and also is in the sweet spot. He's in the 4 attack range. Priest decks, control priest decks are a fucking cocksucker. So that's why I've got that guy in the deck. That 4 attack is amazing, and the Death Lord was the one I was talking about that you drop the lens choice on him to put him in the sweet spot, which also turns him in to a 4/12. So if you double him once and hit him with an Enter Fire, he becomes a 24/24. And generally, that should be able to finish anybody off you're playing against, because you should have been able to do 6 damage by then. Now we got to cruise along for a little ways, because there's a couple cards that I'm trying out. One of them I'm not sold on, but the other one I definitely am. Emperor Therazon is not needed. Normally I'd throw him in here, but with the low cost of almost everything, he's just not needed. As you can see down there on the list, we've got Chromagus and Kel'Thuzad. Kel'Thuzad, if you generally aren't going to lay him out unless you've got a bunch of stuff on the board anyway, he's a fucking game winner. I've had so many people concede to me because that dude was in the deck, and he comes out of Nax, I believe, that it's ridiculous. You put him on the board, most people just fucking give up immediately. Chromagus is the one that I'm not sold on. Whenever you draw a card, put another copy into your hand. I just don't use it a lot. I think I might actually end up trading out. Actually, I'm going to do that now. I'm going to trade him out for the other guy that I was telling you guys. This is the guy that I used before I had 200 Blade Masters. Amazing card. And the reason you use it is because because his health is so high. If you double his health, or just add 2 to it, and hit him with an inner fire, inner fire. That guy's just amazing. And I actually might be able to even figure out something better than that, but that's my go-to right now. But anyway, that's the deck. It's my buff deck. I've already showed you guys my Grim Patron deck a couple weeks ago. I I'm gonna do some gameplay with this too and link it to the same video. The reason I've got so much gold saved up, I'm doing this video a couple weeks in advance actually, because I'm saving up gold for when the new expansion hits, and I'm gonna do nothing but buy packs with it. Because why the fuck not? It's a free way to get a bunch of new cards. Generally, I spend that shit on the arena, but we're just gonna let that chill for now. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. I will be doing a pack opening episode that will drop as soon as the expansion comes out. I'd like to have 2,000 gold saved up so I can do 20 packs, but we'll see how that goes. It all is dependent on the timing of when the expansion drops. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope that deck build is useful. It's kind of similar to the original priest deck build I showed you guys, the buff deck. But that's it. You know, there's not a lot to it, but there's a lot of synergy involved, and I will show you guys how it works. You can fuck some shit up. You don't always win, but it's a fun deck to play with, and to me, that's what's important. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, tell your mother, tell your friends, tell everybody you know. Leave your likes, or leave me a like. Hit that subscribe button. Leave your comments, questions, concerns. Peace the fuck out.